Hello, Buccaneer fans. Welcome to tonight's matchup. We appreciate you staying up late for this 9:45 p.m. puck drop. We're actually going to start a little bit early. As you can see, approximately 20 seconds left in the warm-ups. We are here in Reedsburg, Wisconsin for game one of the Bucs and Pucks tournament here in Wisconsin Dells. Those that went to this tournament last year, remember this was our Friday night game also for the Pee Wee White team. I'll give you a quick review here just a moment, but you heard the buzzer and the music is playing, so I might be muting a little bit more often in this game also, but we'll get to our our roster first. As I give you the lowdown of the rink, nothing special, a couple sets of bleachers on the left side. Down at that end is the concessions and the locker rooms. We have the benches over here. And then the goal to my right through the net, and then the garage door. So not a whole lot. I am in a corner tonight. These Wisconsin rinks, I tend to be in the corners instead of midway. So you'll have a lot of action coming into your living room or your office or wherever you're watching. I'll zoom in as best I can. It is just me tonight and for the weekend, so bear with me on some of the lag and whatnot. I don't have to keep score, so that's good. I'll do my best to zoom in on the action down there and keep it nice and wide for the action in this net. Matchup today, Des Moines Whites going against the Chicago Stallions, wearing the black and gold, looking like the Bruins or the Penguins. Des Moines going to wear their white with the red breezers, looking a little bit like the Rangers. But we are about ready to get action here. 3 13-minute period, stop clock. So let's get some hockey going. Puck comes in loose, chased by, that's Grant walked. Puck is dumped into the corner, given chase by West Main. It'll take me a few minutes here to get my lines and bearings out. Chicago nips it past the blue line to Hazel. Puck goes up and it hits the roof of the building, not a very tall roof. So there might be some stoppages due to a high puck. Also, I'm kind of shooting through the glass, which is not very clean. I'll try and adjust as I can, but Bucs with the puck in the offensive zone. Also, you're not going to be able to see anything right below me. It's just going to make it easy by me if I can go to and fro instead of up and down also. It's a shot on net, deflection. Maine can't put it back. Chicago going the other way with it. Down the right side. Hazel with it behind the net, coming around the left side here. Players right. Hazel clears it, now icing. Puck's gonna come into the zone as the Bucs are changing. Kaiser diagonal pass. Carries the zone. Lambert with it behind the net. Boston, E-wing beside the net. Can't stuff it forward. Lambert backhands it over to Boston in the corner. Puck's still there. Big hit against the boards. Loose, the Stallions recover and they exit the zone. Chicago pulls it back, loses the puck. Pushed up along the boards. Chaos line is out for the Bucs. Evan Burke, Deacon Benning, and there goes Ken Chisel. Evan Burke takes it into the offensive zone before he's dispossessed. As I mentioned, I am in the corner, so there's two stanchions here that I get to deal with. There's no net in front of me, so self-preservation also plays into effect while I'm below the glass. Heron retrieves it behind the net, keeps sending it around to Shizzle, gets it at the blue line. Shizzle ahead to Burke. Burke backhands back to Shizzle. Shizzle up to Deacon Benning. Shot goes in, goal! I'm not sure who got that one in the net. Deacon had a backhand. We both think up here that it was Deacon Benning got the goal. A little backhand and it squirted in, but the Bucs go up 1-0. It's a good start for the Bucs. Goals have been hard to come by lately, so getting one on the board early makes it a little bit easier. Play a little bit of game. Jensen Walker with it. Snapshot from the dot. Skies high over the net. Walked, goes past Walked in the corner. Main with a hot shot. Walker disrupts. Main sends it back behind the net. Walked with it. Up against the boards with the Stallions. Puck squirts free. Reckhemper meets him at the blue line. We're going to get offsides. Bucs on top 1-0 with a goal by Deacon Benning. As you see, 9 minutes to go here in the period. They're going to play music during the intermissions here again. I don't own any of these rights, and they all go to the artists and labels, and YouTube's probably going to mute some of this stuff, so we're going to let it fly. Chicago carries it into the zone. There's some of that glass I was telling you about. It's going to cause a little bit of fuzziness. See if I can help out a little bit. Get up and above the glass. Hazel with it into the neutral zone. Gains the blue line. Tries to get a pass over to his teammate. Chicago takes it back. Sends a shot across the net into the corner. Shot from the point. Gets through. Rebound. Goal. Chicago scores on the rebound. Shot from the point. And there's a backside there. And Chicago ties it up 1-1. A little over 8 minutes to go, still here in the first, tied up 1-1. Hard shot from the point again, just a rebound on the backside. Defense wasn't there to recover. Benning with it along the boards into the corner. Heron gets it, sends a long diagonal. Ooh, real close. I thought Shizzle got a stick on it. We're going to get an icing call and go all the way to the other end. YouTube mutes it out anyway, so. Puck still in the far corner. Benning and Kaiser roughing up a Stallion trying to get the puck. Benning sneaks out with it, possessed by the Stallions. Heron pushes it behind the net. Goes into the corner. Benning tries to help out. Puck comes back out to the point, clears the zone. Evan Burke coming into your living room, little nifty toe drag. Gets taken down from behind, no call. Stallions try to clear. Heron keeps it in momentarily, but Burke's gonna give it a little retribution. Heron with it across the ice, sends it diagonal along the boards. No icing is the call. Sorry, we'll zoom out on that one. Stallions gain the zone. Takes it into the corner. Behind the net. Stallion in front, falls down, puck gets through. Action in the slot, gathered up by, looks like Shizzle back there. Stallions with it. Walked, gets it at center ice, goes behind the official. It's a 3-on-1, so somebody's got to be open. Dumps the puck in down here behind the net. These refs currently are letting them play. Stallions on a change, intercept a pass almost. Going to get an icing call. It's under halfway through here in the first. We're still tied 1-1. Face-off goes into Eli. Sickles is in goal today. Chicago with it. Center ice, finally gains the zone. Skates through a couple defenders, goes into the corner. Hazel's there. It's like Teese gets pushed up against the boards. Puck is cleared out. Touched a defender. No icing is going to be the call. Good call. Chicago back to defend. Burns takes it behind the net. Both officials have their arms under their armpits. They must be cold. Chicago gains the zone. Takes a shot, misses wide to the left. Karams into the corner. Puck's there in the corner. We can't possess. Chicago with it still. Lambert gets taken down. We're going to get some frustrated. We're going to let a lot of things go, I guess. We got a player down for the Bucs in front of the Chicago bench. They take it in, takes a shot wide of the net. Heron flips it out along the near boards. Burke's giving chase to it. Chicago's there. Deacon Benning gets past his stick. Heron tries to get it up along the boards. Deflected by a Stallion. Clears the zone. Still battling with it. Burke's there. Benning's there. Heron tries a cross-ice pass. Intercepted and saved by Sickles. Ill-advised pass. Turns into a nothing burger, but a face-off. Referees need to get a little bit more control of this game. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty ugly pretty quick. Just boiling some of the frustrations that I'm seeing out of both sides. Watt gets taken down again, no call. Maine goes to the center of the net, looks for a pass, goes all the way through. Chicago with it. Tries to clear the zone. can't get it. Walker on the far boards, sends it on net. Taken by a Stallion. Walker with a poke check. Walk keeps it in. Reckhemper with it. Main into the corner. Keeps possession. Walked out to Main at the dot. Sends it back to the defense. Shot. Deflection off a a Stallion. Puck goes all the way down. Cam Hentz there to retrieve. That's an icing. No call because Cam was too close to it. Chicago with it inside the dots on the far side. Stick handling. Good stick save by Sickles. Cleared out by, not sure who that is, Rick Hemper, Walker. Burns out on the ice. Action right below me. Burns pushes it behind the net, gathered by a Stallion. Stallion goes the other way. Still with the puck behind the net, pressured up by Burns. Burns. We're going to get an icing call. And we're going to get it right here in your living room. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Tied up 1-1. It's been an active first period. Hazel with the shot towards the net. Blocked by a Stallion. Comes free in the center. Burns there. Teese with the shot. Misses just wide. Shot. Oh! Ewing misses the net. Good opportunity there by the Bucs. Can't capitalize. Stallions going the other way. Hazel with a big check at the blue line. There's 4 Bucs there for 1 player. Spread out, boys. Ewing pushes it up inside the zone. Boys are getting a little more physical. 1 minute to go here in the period. Stallions with it over behind the net. Centering pass. Taken away, I believe, by Burns. Burns takes it into the slot. Over to Teese. Teese plays it along the boards in front of their bench. That's an interference call. And we're going to get a power play. 40 seconds here to go in the period. Bucs are going to go on a power play. First power play of the game for the Bucs comes with 37 seconds to go. It looks to be a full 2 minutes. Face-off puck is loose in front of the slot. Stallions get it, send it all the way down. We're going to get an icing call. That is an icing call. Yeah, he was calling it off. It's an icing call. Yes. You don't get to dump the puck on a penalty kill at this level. It's still icing, so we're going to get a face-off right here into our living room. Deacon Benning on the dot. Pushes it back to Evan Burke, over to Graham Herron. Herron with the shot. Misses wide of the net. Kaiser there, chipped it back in the corner. Shizzle Benning with it behind the net. Puck is loose, hitting the side of the net. And goalie freezes, covers up. 10 seconds to go here. Benning wins it back to Burke. Burke backhand pass. Herron tries a shot, comes up and out of the rink. It's gotta be faster. Well, puck comes, it's back here. It's the closest stop, man. Neutral zone. Yeah. 3 seconds to go. Oh, opportunity there. And first period comes to a close. We are tied 1-1. We'll be back in just a minute with the start of period 2. And we're back for the start of the second period. Tied up 1-1 here against the Stallions. Bucs still have a 90 seconds on the power play, carried over from the last period. Hence, Kaiser, Heron are on the ice along with to be walked and Burns. Burns calls for it up at the key. Puck comes loose. Stallions keep it into the blue line for Hentz. Hentz leaves it for Kaiser. Back up to Hentz. Puck is still not out of the zone. Heron comes in. We're not going to get a call. We're gonna let them play here. Walked with the shot. Saved. And I feel like this game is gonna get real dangerous here if these refs don't start getting it under control. Temperature's starting to rise. About 30 seconds left on the power play. Walk gets the face-off up to Maine. Maine centering pass gets taken down in the slot. Hazel with it at the blue line. Sends it in. Walk goes to the corner. Hazel with it at the point. Deflects off his glove. T's coming back. Stallion plays it ahead into the corner. So shot missed. Goal, misses wide of the net. Good opportunity by the Stallions. We're going to get an offsides. Puck clears the zone. Dangerous opportunity there for the Stallions. Puck squirts just to the left of Eli. Getting offsides, and Ewing's going to take the face off. Out there with Burns and Lambert. Hentz and Ray Kemper back on D. Hentz gathers in his own zone. Clears it up along the left boards. Hentz takes a shot on net. We're going to get a icing call. That was Ewing, not Hentz. Puck right below me. Stallions retreat, centering pass. Ray Kemper gets a stick in the way, hits it out to Boston Ewing, takes it down center ice, passes over to, I believe that's Lambert. Backhand shot, misses wide. Looks like it might have been deflected wide. Burns with it in the corner, comes out with it, centering pass, intercepted by the Stallions. Caught by Ewing, flicks it over to Lambert. Lambert to Burns, can't get it. Burns hard into the boards. Hentz takes a shot, hits the Chicago defender. Ewing with it, takes a shot, blockered away by the Stallions. Possession still with the Bucs. Puck squirts free. Cross ice to Hentz. Hentz carries it up along the boards. Stallion tries to take him out. Hentz still with it. Into the corner. Back behind the net to Shizzle. Burke there. Ray Kemper with a shot. Doesn't get through. Burke there. Benning's there. Puck looks to be loose in front of the net. Still there. Burke with it. Takes a snapshot into the goalie's stomach, and we get a stoppage. Heavy pressure there from the Bucs. No goal, but lots of pressure. 9:49 left here in the period. Bucs with some sustained pressure. Benning in the face-off. Loses back to Heron, taps it ahead briefly before the Stallions retrieve. Go along the near side, the far side. Kaiser dispossesses the Stallion. Benning pushes it out of the zone. Burke and Shizzle give chase. Kaiser flicks it up in front of his own bench. A lot of action there. Benning forces his way in. Stallions go 2-on-1. Heron with the poke check. Loses his skates. Stallions collide. Heron back to retrieve. Backhands it up to Shizzle. Over to Burke. Clears the zone. Stallions regain possession. Sends it into Heron. Heron cross ice pass in front of the benches to Benning. Deacon Benny chips it in and gets a change. Walker bullies his way in. Burke sends it in deep, gets a change. Walked Kaiser, Heron, Main, Walker on the ice. Kaiser steals it at the blue line, sends it in. Keeps it in the zone until the Stallions retrieve. Heron back, weak shot, pushed away by Sickles. Heron tries to clear on the half wall, intercepted by the Stallions, pushes it up to Main, who finally clears the zone. Going along the far boards. Bucs defense is changing. Coltese out. Gavin Hazel with it. There's a shot wide of the net. Hazel in the corner. Walked on. Puck comes through the middle. Teese carries it behind his net. Sends it along the half wall. Intercepted by the Stallions. Stallions in front, tries to shove it. Sickles there, covering it up. Puck is now loose, but Sickles covered it up for the whistle. Heavy action in front of the net. Puck loose right below me. Hence battling, Ewing battling. Stallions still with it. Centering pass, never gets to the net. Blocked it away. Little poke check. Couple Stallions there. Nifty little move by Lambert. Doesn't clear the zone. Hence with a nice little stick lift. Sends it up. Hits a skate on the way out. Ewing off of Lambert, and the puck clears the zone. Shot comes into the corner. Burns takes it up the ice. He's going to go the other way. He's got a break, not a breakaway, but a one-on-one. Shot, goal! Brody Burns takes it from the D all the way down to the dots. Shoots it right over the goalie's right shoulder into the corner. The Bucs take a 2-1 lead. Benning with it now along the far boards. Heron tries to keep it in. Evan Burke with it now in the offensive zone. Gets leveled behind the glass. Referee says, yep, that's a penalty. Blows the whistle. Burke is down behind the net. We're going to zoom off here. We're going to zoom off. Burke is moving. He just moved his head and his arms. Chicago's asking for an explanation. From my side, it was an elbow to the back into the boards is boarding. Should be at least boarding. I mean, Burke is sitting up now. Up on his feet. Skating away. Referee's chatting it up. Burke works his way to the bench. Referees, that should be 10. That should be a 10. The way this game's been called, I don't think they're ever going to call a 2 and 10. Somebody's going to have to get seriously hurt for it to happen, but Bucs are going to go on a power play. I mean, that should at least be a major. I mean, if you're not going to go 2-10, it should at least be a major, so. There's a shot on net and a goal. Not sure who scored that one. It was just carried in behind the net there. I believe that was Walks. I think Grant Walk gets the goal. Power play goal. Just skated behind the net, turned on the red line and shot it in. I'm not sure if it hit the defender or hit the goalie, excuse me. But a goal's a goal. Bucs go up 3-1. Heron with it. Up to Shizzle. Shizzle tries to backhand it in the zone, hits the defender. Kaiser. Nifty little backhand by Walked again. Or excuse me, not Walked. Who was that? The other was Walked out there with Deacon. Oh, that's because Deacon's out, or Burke is out. So we're going to be shifting up this line a little bit. Stallions try to clear. Takes a shot high up over the net. Centering pass blocked away. Benning giving chase. Can't quite get there. Puck's going to come right below. Shizzle tries to clear. Hits the skate. Heron with it. Sends it high up along the boards. Over to Walked. Walk back to Heron. Sends it back in along the boards. Benning with it along the far side. Finally clears the zone. Shizzle, Benning. Benning gets tripped up. Shizzle earns it behind the bench. Benning's going in. We get offsides. We need 4:30 to go. Here in the second, it's been an exciting second period. Emotions are starting to get filled here on both sides. Stallions carry it into the deep. Tease with it, sends it back the other way. Hazel gathers, loses it on the half wall, back to a Stallion. Centering pass in the slot. Ewing sends it out, hits Burns in the stick, taps it forward. Teese gets high up over the glass, and we're going to get a face-off. Too much stick handling. We need faster, crisper passes. Let the puck do all the work. Hazel with it, sends it out of the zone. Gathered by the Stallions at center ice. Squirts through. Teese with the cross ice pass to Hazel. Hazel, Lambert. Stallions come in. Burns comes through. Yep. Hazel with it, their own blue line, hits the Stallion. Teese now clears out the zone. It's Burns in the skate. Stallions try to clear it out. Hazel hits it along the boards in front of the benches. Gathered by the Stallions. Shot deflected off of Sickles. Shoved away by Teese. Burns is going with it now along the left side. Sends it diagonal across into the corner. Bucs were in a change, a little too hard on that diagonal, but Walton tries to get it at center ice. Puck is still loose here, 2:40 to go in the second. Bucs on top 3-1. Walker with the poke check. We're going to get an offsides. Good hustle by Jensen Walker coming off the bench across the ice. And I'm not just saying that because his dad's here to my left. Henson Raycamper on the D here. Main and Walker. Main takes it up, leaves it for Walks. Shot on net, blockered away by the goalie. The Walker. Raycamper with a shot from the high slot, doesn't get through. Deflected out by the Stallion. They clear it, but it's going to be on net. So Eli's just going to cover it up. Good clearance by the Stallions. Put it on net, get a frozen puck. No icing. Just over 2 to go, boys. Let's keep it hard. Keep this two-goal lead. Walk carries it out of the zone, tries to get it ahead. Hits a couple Stallions. Raycamper loses the puck. Hence in the middle, protecting the pass. Puck goes into the corner. Pass intercepted by Raycamper. Tries to get it out center ice. Intercepted. Stallions still with possession. Maine, lots of high pressure. Forces the Stallions to go back in their own zone. Raycamper dispossesses at the blue line. Pushes ahead. Burke is back out there. Got a 2-on-1 here. Hence takes the pass, takes a shot. Blockered away by Sickles into the corner. Raycamper gets taken away. Shot, misses across the goal crease. Hence takes it out of the corner. Carrying it down the left side. Centering pass intercepted by the Stallions. Going the other way with it. Hence is back. Comes across, takes it. Evan Burke. Let's go, boys. Under a minute to go now. Let's possess this minute. There's a shot pushed away by Sickles. Raycamper gathers in the corner. Tries to clear it. Finally does off a Stallion stick. Forced to regroup. Burke needs to dump. Playing on the ice. I think he's going to call offsides, but Stallion laying on the ice doesn't quite allow us to get the puck involved. I mean, he was laying on it in the zone. I don't know how it ever left and came back in. Kaiser flex off of Benny and go long diagonal. Sorry on the zoom there. We got 10 seconds to go. Stallions gonna, one last shot, glove by Sickles away. Pushes it into the corner, gathered by Heron. And that's the way the period's gonna end. Period number 2 ends with the Bucs on top 3-1. We'll be back with the start of the third period in just a minute. All right, we're back with the start of the third. Sorry for that mistake there on the scoreboard. It was the end of the second, not the first. Lambert carries it in here along the near boards. Pass over to Burns. We're going to get offsides. Burns, Ewing, Lambert out there with Heron and Kaiser. Puck escapes the zone. Possessed a little bit by Kaiser and the rest of the Bucs. Over to Lambert. Lambert's going to take it in. Shot never gets through. Pushes over to the corner. Burns gives chase. Burns keeps it in over to Lambert. Lambert tries to get it over to Ewing. All 5 Stallions are around Lambert. Burns with the shot. Hits a stick on the way through. Goes behind the net. Stallions clear it out. Burns back checking along with Heron at the blue line. Stallions with possession. Kaiser with it in the far corner. Puck. Stallions center it. Pushes it behind the net. Heron carries it around. Lambert can't get there. Stallion mishandles the shot. Burns closes the gap. Shot misses wide behind the net by the Stallions. Heron checks into the boards. Stallions turn it over. Heron carrying it down the left side here. Centering pass intercepted by the Stallions. Still gets through, pushed away. Puck along the boards. Lambert over there, Burns over there. Teese keeps it in. Still in with the skate. Finally clears out of the zone. Gathered over to Hazel. Hazel dumps it in. Retrieved by the Stallions. Send it all the way behind the net. Maine intercepts it. Walker loses it in the dot. Maine there to retrieve. Puck comes out. Tease keeps it in front of the Stallions bench. And they clear the zone, pushing it up the ice. Maine gets turned around. Still with it in the corner. Puck squirts free into the zone. Chase given by Walton. Maine can't keep it in. Stallions get possession through the neutral zone. Walton intercepts. Tries to get a long pass. Pushed away by the Stallions. Get possession going the other way. 2-on-3. There's a shot high up in the net and gloved by Sickles. Good opportunity there for the Stallions. Sickles says, "Not tonight. I'm feeling it." 9:29 left to go here in the third period. Bucs on top 3-1. Did you see the other game was a 0-0 tie? The Blues and the Kirkwood team was a 0-0 tie. Ewing sends a puck up. We got a broken stick. We're going to get icing. Looks like Shizzle has a broken stick to add to his collection. Lacey, Luke, I think Kenny gets a new stick before Thanksgiving, yeah? Have to figure out where the sporting goods store here is in Wisconsin. Benning clearing the zone up to Burke. Burke with it. Tries to go in the high slot, do a backhand, loses it on the end. Shot by the Stallions high and wide. Gathered by Burke. Tries to clear. Benning there at the blue line. Shoved in. Eli says, "I got this one." Covers it up as we go under 9 minutes to go. Like a stool. I think I have to reach up. If I go lower, this is all fuzzy. If I go higher. Bucs clear it out of the zone. We got chase given here by Burns. Kept in by Kaiser. Kaiser sends it in behind the net. Stallions going the other way with it. Kaiser takes the shot from the high slot, blocked away. Lambert can't keep it on his stick, but Kaiser's there to retrieve. Send it in deep. Burns can't block it. Heron over here along the near board sends it into the crease to Burns. Burns with a shot, hits the post. Bounces back right below us. Stallions gather. Tease keeps it in. Lambert into the corner, tries to clear the puck out. Ewing there. Loses it, and the Stallions clear going the other way. Centering pass, and Eli eats it up. 7.5 to go here in the third. Bucs hanging on to that 3-1 lead. Puck loose, finally cleared out by Walker. Walker's bringing it down the high slot. Whiffs on the shot. Stallions clear, but right to Tease at the red line. Over to Hazel. Hazel tries to get it up. Blocked by a Stallion. High pressure situation. Pushed away. Wide of the net. And the back pass clears out. Walker puts a stick on it. Hazel gets it at center ice. Carries into the zone. Just a backhand across the goal mouth. West Main bats it back in as the Stallions carry it all the way around. That gets that far. It's going to be an icing. Yes, that should be an icing. Puck gets behind the net. Sickles there and over, and they're going to call it a goal. Puck goes behind the net, and the Stallion was there and puts it past the sliding Eli. .6:14 left to go here in the third. Bucs now have a 1-goal lead. Reckhemper, Benning fighting over it. Puck gets loose in front of the net. Burke flicks it around. No icing there. Waved it off. Says he's too close to it, or he's really cold. Chicago wants an offside call. I think these refs are just cold and they want to go home. They're going to keep this clock running as much as possible. Shot misses wide of the net. Gathered by Hentz. Tries to clear it out. Benning there to pressure. There's a shot. Goes wide behind the net. Burke there. Reckhemper cross ice pass to Benning. Benning along the half wall. Stick handles it, tries to get it towards the net. Intercepted by Chicago. Five minutes to go. Shot in on Sickles, covered up. And we'll get a face-off. If they're close, apparently if they're in the dot, they're close enough. I think they really just want to go home. Ewing with a nice low shot, deflected up right in front of me here. Problem was there weren't any other Bucs in the zone when he shot it. Stallions get possession, take it all the way down. A little cherry pick action. And they're going to not call anything. Haven't called it all night. I don't know what they're going to start with now, but Ewing bringing it right down into your kitchen. Boston with it. Tries the center shot. Kaiser with the shot. Deflection. Lambert in front. Tries the backhand. Can't get it in. Boston's in front. Can't get it in. Covered up finally by the Stallions. We're going to get a face-off here. Just over 4 minutes to go. Kaiser, Heron, Walker, Maine walked on the ice. Walker tries to wind up at the dot, gets it taken away. Chicago's going the other way with it. Heron back checking. Shot on Sickles and saved. Glove save. Held on, just under 4 minutes to go. Face off won by a Stallion. Quick shot goes across the goal mouth. Maine with it up to Hentz gets tripped up into the boards. Intercepted by Hazel. Teese loses his edge. Stallions got a 3-on-2. There's a shot, stick low. Sickles low. Puck still in front of the net. Shot gobbled up by Eli with 3:30 to go. Things are starting to heat up here again. It might be cold in this rink, but there's going to be some tempers here for both sides. I would say it's at least consistently not cold, but that doesn't help any matters. Safety here. Hazel's carrying it down. Reckhemper with it. Reckhemper carries the zone up to the point. Benning sends it in deep to the corner. Stallions back to retrieve. Pressure there by Shizzle. Long pass gathered by the Stallions. Little backhand at the side of the net, covered up by Sickles for under 30. Sorry for the camera action. My arm's getting tired. Got that winning Mega Millions ticket tonight so I can get an AI camera. I don't have to do this manually anymore. Shot by the Stallions. It's Sickles right in the chest and covers it up again. We'll get Al Michaels out here to do a game. Although I wouldn't tell you guys I'd win this thing until after the season. Ewing chips it up to Lambert. Gets it back, takes a shot, hits right in the glove over the net. Lambert there can't control it. 2:30 to go. Bucs still pressuring hard. Chicago takes it down the far side. Shot goes in front of the net, gathered up. There's a stick, a little hand. Stallion in front of the net. Another shot, Lambert with it, Heron over there. Lambert finally clears it out for an icing. Just to give a break as we go under 2 minutes in this final period. Bucs on top 3-2. Give the Bucs just a break. A breather here, and the goalie's getting ready to get pulled. I think they went, yeah, I agree, James. If they get the face-off win and possession, that goalie's coming out, but the Bucs are going to make it difficult to get that possession. Walked with it, gets a stick and plays it in deep. Walk gets nailed right into the corner, right by the Chicago bench. Carrying it through the zone. Back pass. There's a shot blockered away by Sickles. Puck goes around the side. Centering pass clears the zone. Minute 20 to go. The goalie's been pulled. Hentz with it. Gets a shot to clear the zone. Stallions try to keep it in. Hentz high, caught by a Stallion at center ice. 1 minute to go. It's a shot high up over the net. Loose in front, gathered up, pushed away. We're not going to get an icing, but Walked gives chase, centering pass. That's going to be an icing. And we're going to come down here with a face-off. Yep, goalie will come back in for this face-off. We got Heron, Kaiser, and the Chaos line out there. Evan Burke, Deacon Benning, Shizzle. 47 seconds to go. Burke with it. Sends it kind of in front of the net. Little backhand pass by Shizzle. goes behind. Burke pressures. Shizzle intercepts it. What are these guys doing over here at center ice? Benning tries to get his stick in the way. Under 30 to go. Puck is loose. Shizzle centers it. Goalie's been pulled. Extra skater. Burke, lots of pressure. This is why we call the chaos line. Heron's going to keep it right up against the boards. 6 seconds to go. Puck is loose. Kaiser's going to send it down. Puck is going to go. We got 2 seconds to go. 2 seconds here. I would pack in front of the net. I would I would come out. I would pack everybody in front of them, not behind them. Come on, boys. In front of them, not behind. Yep, there's the game, and the game is over, and the Bucs win 3-2. Chicago not happy. The Bucs take its first game 3-2. Goal scored Deacon Benning. Grant walked Brody Burns. Tomorrow afternoon at 2:40, we'll be back with another matchup from another arena. That one I believe I'll be a little bit higher up and it'll be a little bit easier. But for tonight, Bucs take the W 3-2. We will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good evening.